So good morning, everyone. Let's make a test. If you feel like this presentation is of your friends' interest as well, then invite them to join along the presentation, and let's see if the number of audience here is growing. So let's start. So today I'm going to speak about either you innovate now or die later. And I'll give you a short brief about myself. 15 years of experience as a startupist, as a founder and manager of startups in different domains. I was heading the innovation activity of Amadeus in Israel. I started Innovate Israel 4 years ago, almost, in order to help big corporations and governments to innovate with third parties, mostly with startups. And this is what I'm going to speak about in the next few minutes or an hour. I also had two communities of startups, one for the travel space and another one for the insurance space. What's in common between the following brands? You probably all know. You all know the BlackBerry and the Blockbuster and Agfa and Kodak and Yahoo and MySpace and all these brands that are not with us anymore. They've all been disrupted. And you know, it was 2007, only 13 years ago exactly, that this is how Forbes looked like. Nokia, 1 billion customers. Can anyone catch the cell phone king? And this is all the story. Only 13 years ago. It's not 100 years ago. And everyone wants to work for companies like Netflix, like Amazon, companies that are most updated in terms of technology and really the high hand. But the biggest problem for big companies, for big corporations, is the arrogance of success. They tend to think that what used to work for them in the past is going to be enough and sufficient for tomorrow. And if there is one thing I want you to take out of the next 1 hour of this presentation, is that what used to be enough for you till now is not going to be enough for you for the future. And there is a need for a constant change. And we need to innovate always. And this photo, small photo here, shows Lego. You all know Lego. Lego could keep on with the bricks, but they realized that they have to connect the bricks to the laptop, to the iPad, to the cell phone. It's kind of combination between the stupid bricks and the IoT. And this is just one example of a good company that realized that what was enough is not enough anymore. And the best thing for innovation is the COVID-19. There is one thing which was good that the COVID-19 brought to us, is the understanding that innovation is a must. And this is how the last recession looked like. During 2008, during the last recession, global recession, these companies were started. So now you just need to imagine how this slide is going to look like in 5 or 10 years from now. There are good companies that are born these days for the new needs. And there is a lot of innovation going out there. And one of the things that we are lucky is that technology nowadays allows us to move faster. For the telephone of Graham Bell, it took 75 years to reach 50 million users. But for Zoom that we're using now, how much time it took to reach 50 million users? Much less than 75 years. And same with good games and with Facebook and with other good apps. Because technology allows that. Technology nowadays allows to make things which years ago were complicated. And this is one of the reasons why innovation is moving so fast. And at the beginning of this crisis of the COVID, I published an article trying to have a kind of forecast how the day after is going to look like. And I will share with you a few points out of this article. The first one is that it's going to be a process. Every country, it's going to look different. And we see every country, even the waves between the first wave and the second wave, in every country, it's different. So it's a process. The second thing is that a lot is going to look different. A lot. We already see things that have changed that are here to stay. One of them is the fact that everyone is on the net. Even my grandma, even e-learning with employees. Of course, our clients, everyone moved to online. And it means that things that we've done offline are now online. And after the COVID are not going to move back to offline. They are going to stay online. The DIY, do it yourself, there are many things that we as clients or employees are doing now by ourselves. And this is here to stay. And this is something that saves a lot of money to big companies because clients of yours are willing to do a lot by themselves. Just allow them to do so. We've been talking before the COVID, we've been talking about cyber threat. Now everyone is talking about pandemic threat. And you know, we have the COVID-19 and maybe we're going to have another COVID. So, I mean, the challenge is here to stay. We have to be realistic. And another aspect is that people are willing to get into places which are safe of COVID. Let's take theaters. People will not get to airports unless they would know that it is safe. And this is something which is a magnet for technologies, because only with technology we will be able to provide people with the feeling that this is safe place. There are also industries that have to get help, assistance from governments. Travel is one of them. And this is a great time to rethink about what we're doing and execute fast our new initiatives. And I must tell you, this is something I see across the world. The challenge now is how to sell more in less time. And people are looking to buy cheap. And in order to make it fast, we need to adopt new technologies. And what we could see during this crisis is that the more a company is relying on technology, the more flexible it is to handle such a crisis. So it is super important to make sure that your company is constantly adopting new technologies. This is going to be the guarantee for your company to keep on working and keep on fighting challenges like we're facing these last 9-10 months. And everyone is speaking about efficiency, maximizing efficiency. And efficiency is not firing employees, is adopting new technologies. This is the way to maximize efficiency. And the last thing, working from home. This is something that will stay, even if not 5 days a week, even if it's going to be partial, hybrid work, but this has a huge impact on the office space industry. So this is another thing to take care.